In 1 minute, we can dance and shift states. We can dance 10 minutes a day and establish a daily practice, and you might be amazed at what this gives you. A regular clearing, a fresh start to the day, a way to process something that didn't settle well. Daily practice is powerful.
We have to dance all the time, or we could dance all the time, or we could be that alive all the time, or at least we could head in that direction of being alive like we are on the dance floor all the time. Like, what the fuck else is it for? You know, why are we doing this if we're just going to try and go back to normal? I was speaking to myself, you know, but anyway, I wrote a book about that.
Gabrielle had this thing that if you were trying to manipulate the conversation in any way, like, look at me, I'm special, or, you know, I need a bit of your attention, or anything that was other than just the kind of spontaneity that was in the dance, she would literally just get up in the middle of a sentence and walk off. And she did that so many times with me that in the end, I think I began to get the message. And the thing that really made that medicine and made it a teaching was that when I was sat quietly in my own being, just living, then she was right there. So she really supported me to know the difference between manipulation and being.
The movement gives us a place to really open and ground and channel what is ours to do in a very soulful way. And I truly don't know where I would be had I not had a portal for really awakening up that potential in myself and then catalyzing it for others.
No more being palatable. I actually want to hold space for people to be fully themselves, because our practice is that. We want to encourage people to be fully themselves. So the space for movement liberation has been created for BIPOC to just begin by naming their lineages. It's very powerful to say, I am from African descent, or I am from fill up the blanks. There is so many of us.
We are naturally in relationship with sound all the time. And so we are sound. That's the truth. We are just vibrational cells moving and dancing through life.
Mr. Gandhi, what's your message for the people? He said, my life is my message. That is essentially what embodied awakening is for me. Not so much that we speak about consciousness, but our life is an expression of all that makes us smile, all that causes our hearts to go, thank God I'm home. Everything that moves us continually toward collaboration, not competition.
Entering in sacred practice together in community, we really emphasize this inspiration, because we are here to be witness. Just by being in presence with oneself, we are in witness of this love, of this agape, of this life force.
Purpose evolves, changes, goes through cycles, goes through different spiral processes. And as we go through our life, we are called to reinvent ourselves, to re-embody ourselves, to rediscover ourselves, and to fully align to the cycle of the life that we are in right now in actualizing our life purpose.
Trauma pathology involves hyperarousal and numbing, and they're both bodily phenomena. Yeah, and you can't cure that by talking about that. You have to work through physiology.
Awakening is like feeling the universal resonance, and allowing our neurological network to connect with the flow of life. You know, it's like the musician becoming the music, or the dancer becoming the dance.
Embodied awakening as an awakening to the sacredness of our physical existence, physical reality, and the sacredness of it, not in spite of its impermanence, but because of its impermanence.
How do I belong already to, let's say, the spiritual force of belonging that says, I have a place for you called right here? So my personal dance in finding what it's like to belong in that gravity orientation that brings that deep, powerful vertical alignment between heaven and earth. Or how do I belong to the waters which already belong me? The waters of the planet pour through me. How do I belong to the air perceptually, directly, experientially, sensuously? Belong to the air in the breath. And then to all the green ones.
The movement work is a deep clearing in a way. It moves things through. It allows energy to find its way through. And as we do that, it like creates, it opens a pathway towards the heart. It allows us to get closer and closer and closer to the heart.
What it is we see, hear, touch, smell, taste. These are our portals, like for direct sensuous experiencing, depth of experiencing. Like really the work is about deepening how do I experience.
It's really the understanding of our interconnectedness. You know, it's this understanding that we're all part of the same fabric of life, that we all influence each other.
There is a field of oneness that is the awareness that we all share. As we wake up to that collectively, we will create a new reality. Everybody knows in their own experience when they've made a shift in consciousness, their world changes. Yeah, we've all had that experience. When you simply are no longer caught or held by a fear-based identity, your world changes. When there are enough of us, this is like pointing to Rupert Sheldrake's morphogenetic field, but when there are enough of us who have made the shift out of the rational analytic and into the heart, then we will create a new reality.
The one thing that I'm taking out of this conference for me is just a confirmation, an affirmation of the fact that we are interconnected. That's why community is so important. That's why it's so valuable for us to come together.
Beautiful thread of community, the strength that we gather.
Yeah, that's what it is for me.